Hi everyone, this is Josh. I'm going to be telling you about the BEST test, or the Balanced Evaluation Systems test. This is considered to be a performance measure, and it consists of 36 test items, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to administer. A little bit about the population that it tests. It does say that it can be used for all age demographics. However, it primarily focuses on individuals who are of the age 65 and up. A little bit more about the population. It can include people who have multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, who have had a stroke. It also includes populations such as non-specific patient populations and mixed populations. It is primarily used to measure balance deficits and different areas related to postural control. These include biomechanical constraints, stability limits, APAs, loss of balance, sensory orientation, and stability in gait. BEST test is fairly easy to score. I have a copy of it here, and it is scored on a scale of points from 3 to 0, 3 being the most points, 0 being no points. And then what the administrator would do is gather up all the points under each section and then put them into this nice table right here. And then they would get the total points and then convert it into a percentage score. So for instance, if you wanted to measure biomechanical constraints and you wanted to do ankle strength and range, in order to score 3, the individual must be able to stand on toes with maximal height and to stand on heels with front of feet up. For a score of 0, both flexors and extensors in both left and right ankles are impaired. So less than maximum height. So it's pretty easy, and that's how you score the test. This test included a norm referenced, or criterion referenced, and specifically in the non-specific patient population. And it referenced the Activity-Specific Balance Confidence Scale, which was conducted by Letty, Crowder, and Earhart in 2011. It had a correlation, it had an R of 0.636, and then for the subscales in this population, it had an R of 0.41 through 0.78. For the correlation statistics, under the population of Parkinson's disease, it did show a strong correlation with the modified Hone and Yahr scale stage, with a correlation coefficient of 0.736. And then it also included several other tests, including the mini BEST, which is a shortened version of the BEST test, and the brief test, BEST test, which is also a shortened version. And for the mini BEST, it had an R of 0.955, and for the brief test, BEST test, it had an R of 0.95. So they're pretty decent correlation statistics. As far as the test reliability, this is under the population of Parkinson's disease. The retest reliability included a total BEST test score of 0.88. For internal consistency, this was found under the non-specific patient population, and it had the subsections included under the non-specific patient population. So for biomechanical constraints, it had a internal consistency score of 0.830. For stability limits, 0.621. For anticipatory postural adjustments, 0.874. For postural responses, 0.863. For sensory orientation, 0.813. For stability and gait, 0.920. For score reliability, under the population of non-specific patient populations, the test reliability included an excellent inter-rater reliability score of 0.91. And then for test validity, under the population of non-specific patient population, the construct validity included a p-value of 0.96, or 0.36, I believe that is, yes. And for my opinion, would I use this assessment? I wouldn't use this assessment, not just because it's free, which is a great thing. It has a mini and a brief BEST test, which could be helpful because it does take 20 to 30 minutes to administer. But the BEST test seems to only really measure with good reliability and validity and accuracy when it comes to individuals who have incurred a stroke. For the other populations, it does not seem to have quite as good statistics supporting it. And overall, I think it does require a lot of equipment. A lot of these things that it's required, I think there's like 7 different items that they can be pricey, and not all occupational therapists might have access to it. But like I said, it is free, so that could be something that is enough of a plus to outweigh the negatives. But based off the research from 7 different studies, it does not seem to be a very valid or reliable test. Okay, thank you, and see you guys in class.